guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I don't have any like reading updates, but what I wanted to do was, I have so many books and I have a book list that I like of books that I'm gonna read for like the rest of the year, for the next couple months, until honestly I have that list planned out until like March, because February and March I'm gonna do Allie Hazelwood months because I love her so much and I want to read and rank all of her books, which is gonna be such a big video unless I do it in 2 parts. We'll see. But when I was looking through my library, so that like my library, it's a box of books that I have at the end of my bed. I was like, I can't buy any more books. I can't buy any more books. I already have a bunch of books. So let me see what I already have. And I was looking through and I was like, I have a lot of books. And some of them I was like, why did I even buy them? Where did this one come from? So I thought we should just go through them all. To save time, there are books on my desk that are like in front of me here are ones that I have planned out for the next couple months. I have a bookshelf over on the other side. It has my Shatter Me series, my Harry Potter series. It has a couple of other books that I know I want to read and I know I want to keep. But I blindly, like I wasn't even like looking through them or anything. I just picked up a big stack and just stacked it up on my desk. So that's what we're gonna do. Yeah, thank you guys for watching and let's get into it. I'm gonna start with this one, Green Mile by Stephen King. By the way, I'm gonna speed run this because there's a lot of books up here. I don't know how long this is gonna take me. Green Mile by Stephen King. This is the really sad one, right? Right? Yes! The movie? My gosh. When doesn't he say something about like don't put the like the hood over me, I'm scared of the dark. Oh my gosh. So sad. This one, oh, I don't know. I don't know if I want to read it. I don't know if I want to keep it. It's not really the genre of Stephen King that I like. If I read Stephen King, I will read some of his horror movies, or I mean horror books. But this one, just not my vibe. So I'm not going to keep this one. By the way, all the ones that I'm going to like get rid of, I don't think I'm going to get rid of much. All of them I'm going to get rid of. I'm going to probably give them to Goodwill. So first one to be donated. Also tossing them on my bed very lightly. The next 2 are a set, basically. I read We Were Liars. I'm gonna be honest with you, I did not see the twist coming. Everyone's like, this was so predictable. I'm like, girl, I was sobbing in my bed when I read this like 3 years ago. Over 3 years ago, like 5 years ago, I think, actually, at this point. This one was really good. I will be keeping this one, most definitely. This one, I don't know. Maybe if I end up rereading this one, I will read this one too, because this is like the prequel, kind of, about the parents. So, I think for now, I will keep these 2. Because I liked We Were Liars. I haven't watched the show, but I liked them. The book. I'm getting rid of this. I love the movies. Love the remakes, chapter 1 and chapter 2. This book, yeah, this book is like 1,000 pages. Over 1,000 pages. There are some things with Stephen King that it's hard for me to read because he's so wordy and I feel like he just includes a lot of details that don't need to be included. There are some things in this book that I don't see necessary. There's a lot of things in this this book. I have not read it fully. I very much tried to read it, but most of the things that I have heard about this book is that it's a lot to like consume, to like read, and just there's unnecessary stuff in there that I don't really care to read. So that's gonna be going. This book, along with this book, I'm keeping these babies. I'm keeping them. There is some annotations that I started on one of the first books that are in here. Gothic, murder mystery, horror stuff. Both of these have a lot of H.P. Lovecraft in it, period. I'm keeping these. I'm keeping them. I love it for when I want to read like an old spooky kind of stuff. Keeping those. This one, my little sister read it. She said it was fine. I don't really know where I got this. I don't know why I got this. That will be going. Sorry. Twisted Love. I have the rest of them in here. Twisted Lies is somewhere like in my desk. I'm gonna keep these series mainly because this was the first series that my friend and I like read together. She read the first one, and then when I was reading the first one, she read the second one, and then I read the second one, she read the third one, you know. And she doesn't really read much, so it's memorable. It's memorable. This one, The American Roommate Experiment, is probably my favorite out of the two that I've read so far. I'm keeping this one. I have no other words. I love this. I love how like both of these felt like rom-coms, but this one just felt so much more like like romantic and like sweet to me. So The American Roommate Experiment, I'm keeping that one. Spanish Love Deception, obviously keeping this one too. Elena Armas, I love it. Love it. Very cute. Next one by Elena Armas is The Long Game. I have not read this yet. I'm not a fan of the whole like spoiled rich girl, or like, you know, like the really successful woman, not spoiled rich girl, but like the really successful woman, something happens and she has to go home back to her like her either her hometown, or in this case the middle of nowhere, and then like she meets this rugged guy from the small town, and things just like, she realizes she's in love with him and wants to be like a small town girly. I'm not like all those like Hallmark movies. I'm not the biggest fan of that, but because I like the other two, I will read this one. And I think there's another one by Elena Armas. It has like a purple cover. I don't know what one that's called, but I'll read this one just because I read the other ones and I like the other ones. So someday I will read those. All of my Goose Bump books. Is there any more? And then there's one underneath a very big stack. Keeping these. Keeping these, keeping these, keeping these. This is what got me into the horror genre in general. Movies and books. These hold such like a cozy like place in my heart. My fiance recently bought me The Werewolf of Fever Swamp because that was one of my favorites, and I forgot. It's like no offense to anybody who loves Goosebumps. I love Goosebumps. I cannot stress to you how obnoxious these kids are in the books. They're so, every chapter is like leads up to this big thing, and then the next chapter is like, it was a squirrel. These kids are so dramatic, and so like they think everything is out to get them, and I think it's the funniest thing ever, but it's also so obnoxious, but I don't care. That's what That's what makes these books so good. But yeah, I'm gonna keep all my Goosebumps books because I just love them so dearly. I love them so dearly. And while we're on the same page as Goosebumps, Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark. My little sister, Zoe, love you queen, but still, she lost, this is 3. She lost the first one at her school. I can't remember if it was over winter break, summer break, or some kid just stole it in like a random day. But yeah, very much a bummer because I had 3 of them. And I don't know, I haven't like read through these in a long time, so I don't know which ones, like if the first one had like the most iconic ones. These are terrifying. Which one had the one with the big fat lady? The big fat, yo, this part. The big fat lady. It's terrifying. But I'm keeping them because I just love them so much. Keeping. Especially because of the movie. Oh my gosh. People Leave Me on Vacation was the first Emily Henry book that I read. And I thought this was just the best thing ever. So, keeping. I love the dual timeline and just the friends to lovers trope always will hold a special place in my heart. So I loved these. I think that's all my John Green books. I lost my Looking for Alaska one. Like when I was in high school. Or middle school, honestly. I'm keeping An Abundance of Catherines. I'm keeping The Fault in Our Stars. Are you crazy? And then Paper Towns, I never really vibed with it. I read the book and it was fine. The movie was fine. I don't know. This one didn't like, I don't know. This one wasn't my favorite. I can part with this one. P.S. I Like You. I read this in middle school. It is the YSA book ever. It is so cutesy, preteen girl, YA love story. And I'm like, oh, Allie Hazelwood got me back into reading love stories and romance books. No, girl. This girl, Cassie West, you're a genius. This book was so cute. Oh my gosh. And they write notes to each other. Okay. Keeping that, obviously, just because, I don't know, maybe if I have kids, I'll have my daughter read it, and then she'll fall in love with reading like I did. Simple Favor. I'll pass. I will part with it. It just, I don't know. Another Goosebumps book. I watched the movie too, and I was like, this is kind of mid. So, I can pass. I'm keeping it. What do you want me to say? What do you want me to say? I'm keeping it. Okay, if I want to read toxic drama romance, I'm gonna read toxic drama romance, okay? Okay? You can't stop me. I don't read a lot of toxic romance, okay? But this one, damn. This one's crazy! Like, Clutching My Pearls, like, oh my goodness. When they make that joke about their son's balls, that is really weird. I'm not gonna make up an excuse for that, because that's weird. But, yeah, dude, this one was crazy. This one was crazy. I'm keeping it just because it's another one that me and my friend read together. And drama. Anyways, we got Twisted Games in the hizzy. Sorry. This one is one of my favorites. I have 2 favorites. This one I'm keeping. It's a princess and her bodyguard. Are you on crack? Are you crazy? I'm keeping it. Timothée Chalamet, Call Me by Your Name. I don't know. I'll keep it. Like, it was good. Well, peach scene. I'll probably part with this. It was fine, but I don't know. The story is kind of like weird now that if you think about it in like the grooming sense, it's kind of weird. But anyways, Choose Your Own Adventures. Just like with the Goosebumps and the Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark, I am keeping them because my mom loved these, I loved these, and these are also probably like my favorite ones. Vampire, Lost on the Amazon, The Lost Tribe. I love these ones. I love Choose Your Own Adventures. They're so fun. So, keeping those. These 2 books. Gods and Heroes of Ancient Greece and Norse Mythology. I'm keeping them because I think these are really good, like coffee table books, but also, I don't know, I love to learn about different, like, even although I am Christian, I like to learn about other religions and other, what is the friggin' word? Cultures. So I'm keeping them, especially Norse, because when I'm a Marvel fan, and so when I was like, Thor and Loki aren't just Marvel characters, what? And then I learned that they're actually like gods in a whole nother culture. I was like, oh, that's really cool. So yeah, I'll definitely be keeping those. Hunger Games. There's no question about this. There's no next. Keeping, obviously. I also need to get the rest of the series. Once again, toxic drama. This one, I'm so sorry. I love this book. I love this book so much. Me and my little sister's friend's mom, me and like a 40-year-old gal, were geeking over this book. I told my sister, I said, what's Carrie's phone number? Her best friend's mom. I said, what's Carrie's phone number? Because I need to text her. I need to talk to her about this book because I just finished it, and I need to like talk to somebody about it. So yeah, sorry, I'm keeping it. I did give away It Ends With Us and It Starts With Us, like when I moved, but yeah, those are like I think the only couple Colleen Hoover books that I actually have. Ugly Love and Verity, I think. So yeah, Shadow Me. This, I have another one. This is the first one that I bought, and then during Christmas time, my fiance bought me the whole set. So I have 2. So, I don't know. Oh, should I give it up? Yeah. Yeah, I have it. I already have another one. It's fine. I'm keeping this. This book is heartbreaking. I can't. It's heartbreaking. It's about a school shooting, and I was sobbing at work. Why do I always read the sad books at work? Don't know, but I do it, so I'm keeping that. This one is a thriller. It's about this mom who thinks it's like this this review says, we need to talk about Kevin meets Gone Girl meets The Omen. And I was like, I loved the movie We Need to Talk About Kevin. That movie was crazy I saw. Ezra Miller, terrifying. But when I was reading this, I was like, but do you want to know something? I actually didn't give this, like, enough time. Well, okay. I gave it enough time a little bit, but then again, at the same time, I was like, this is so bizarre. I don't know. It just felt really slow to me and felt, like, really weird, and I was, like, getting really bored with it. So, I'll pass it then. I will part and say bye-bye. Daisy Jones and the Six. Already read it. Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. Already read it, as you guys know, so I'm keeping them. I don't know where this book came from. Essential Oils and Aromatherapy. I mess with it, so I'll keep it. I don't know. This one, A Little Life, I really wanted it because people said that it was, like, really good on TikTok when it went viral. And then a couple years later, people were saying, don't waste your time on it. It's just depression and sadness rolled up into one book, and it doesn't really have, like, a, I don't know, it's just so much sadness and so much, like, I've heard people say it, like, leaves you feeling empty, and it's not really worth it. So, I don't want to feel empty. Like, in a bad way. I don't want to feel empty in, like, a bad way at the end of a book that I'm reading, because, I don't know, that's gonna make me sad. Where are all the rest of them? Okay, I think that's all. Allie Hazelwood books. I'm not parting with these. Are you crazy? I have The Love Hypothesis, Love on the Brain, Love Theoretically, the Loath to Love You trilogy. I have all of those on my tablet. And then I am also collecting the rest of them, so that when February and March come around, I can do my Allie Hazelwood Lollapalooza, you know? So, yeah, definitely keeping those. This one, and then do I have the second one? I feel like I have the second one of Belladonna. I kind of DNF'd it just because I don't know, I got distracted with other things. But I'll probably reread it because it seems interesting. There's like there's Belladonna, there's Foxglove, there's Wisteria, and I think there might be another one. I don't know. But I'll probably read those. These two, The Lucky List and 5 Feet Apart, I'm probably gonna get rid of them. I'm over the, like, sad cancer books. And, like, you know, like, I say that, but then I'm gonna keep The Fault in Our Stars. The Fault in Our Stars was life-changing to me, okay? I'll part with those. I got them. I couldn't really tell you, actually, why I got them. I couldn't tell you. I actually take back what I said, that I was over cancer books. It's not that I was over cancer books. I just also had no idea why I got those. So that's why I was going to give them up. This one, Me, Earl, and the Dying Girl, I thought the movie trailer looked really good. So who knows? Maybe this one. It feels like another John Green one. Don't know if she's gonna die, because she says she's a dying girl. But, yeah, it says comparisons to Fault in Our Stars, so I'm gonna keep it just because, I don't know, is there a sequel? No, I don't think so. But yeah, I'll keep this one. just for funsies. I'll probably read it again someday. Keeping. If you couldn't tell already, Twisted Games and Twisted Hate are my favorites out of all the 4. So, yeah, definitely keeping. Blood of Olympus. This is, like, book 5. I don't know who gave this to me. Another Goosebumps books, by the way. I don't know who gave this to me. This is from the Heroes of Olympus series, I guess. I never read Percy Jackson. Sorry, I know that's controversial to say. I probably will someday, because I have the interest to. Maybe I'll get the other 4 of these. My thing is also, I don't know, what is this one about? I don't know. I'm probably gonna part with this, because I don't like hardcover books. I don't know. Hardcover books are fine sometimes, but I don't really have any other books, and I don't plan on getting any of these other books anytime soon, so this would just kind of be like, not rotting, but just like sitting on my shelf, not doing anything, not being read. So I will part with her. I feel comfortable parting with her. Vampire Academy. I had a plan to read all of them because I was so interested. I don't really know why. I'm sure these are really good, but I don't know. Maybe I'll keep this one and I'll come back to it because maybe I'm just burnt out from the Shadow Me series, so I don't really feel like reading a whole entire series again. But I'll keep that one. I'll keep it, and maybe I will want to come back to that series. King of Greed. Okay. Hear me out. Hear me out. I do not like dark romance. Okay? I like light romance. I don't know. I don't like the aggressive spiciness. Okay? So these like kind of darker ones, this is the second series, kind of like a spin-off series to the Twisted series. It's the Kings of Sin books. And I don't really vibe with it, but my friend was started to read the Kings of Sin series, and I think I got this for her birthday, actually. But it was going to be like a surprise for when she finished the first and second books. And then I read the back and I was like, oh my gosh, wait, this actually sounds kind of interesting. It's about this guy who has, gotten everything in his job that he wanted. King of Wall Street. Beautiful home, beautiful wife, more money than he could spend in a lifetime, but no matter how much he accumulates, he's never satisfied. And he, in his quest for more money, more power, he loses his wife. She doesn't die, but he loses her in the sense of he's all consumed by his work, money, power. He loses sight of her, and then she's like, you don't pay attention to me, you don't love me, it seems like you don't love me because all you care about is your work. So she wants to get a divorce, and then he's like, what do you mean? And he tries to win her back. That's tea. I've never heard of so I will keep this. I've never heard of a romance novel. I've heard of the second chance romances where they separate, but he's still married to her. you know? I don't know, maybe it's like him trying to prove like that he's still like a good guy or whatever. He wants to be with her and he made mistakes and all that, but that was really cool. The last book that I had in my box was Tarot. I don't know, I got this book when my family and I went to the Salem Witch Trials Museum, and that was really cool, but I don't know, I don't practice it, I don't follow it, so I feel like I want to give it up. So, I'm going to. That took not as long as I thought it would. There are no more books on my desk. Besides the ones in front of me that I'm gonna read. Okay, yeah, that was the last one. Let me see how many I am getting rid of. Okay. I am getting rid of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13 books. Not too bad. Not too bad. Yeah, I kept, obviously, more than I thought I was going to, which I assume so. That's pretty much it, guys. I think this was a very good, you know, idea to do. I think that if you're looking to clean out some, you know, books in your collection that you don't really use anymore, you don't read, or you kind of forget why you wanted to get them, which was the case for me in some of these books. If you just don't vibe with it anymore, you know, I highly recommend this. This is good. These will be going to a Goodwill. I'm sure someone will pick these up sometime. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. I will be back with another video, hopefully sometime soon. I really want to do a video of like my favorite and least favorite tropes / genres in mainly books, but also I guess I could do movies. No, I'll stick to books. Let's stick to books. But yeah, because there's a lot of book tropes that I absolutely love. There's ones that I cannot stand, mainly in the, you know, romance genre. There's some genres that I don't vibe with. There's one in particular, Splatterpunk. There's some I don't like. So I will be doing a video like that. Comment some ideas, because I have like a big list, but I feel like, I don't know, I still feel like I'm missing some things. So yeah, and until then, guys, clean out your books, read some more books. Don't buy any more books. You have enough books. I say that, but then my Fable bio says you can never have too many books. Don't buy any more books. You already have enough books at your house you have to read. I had to tell myself that multiple times. Anyways, I will see you guys in the next one.